Hello friends, and welcome to Storytime with Teacher Julian. Today's book. What do you think this book is about? Let's see. Well, I see a dog, and I see some items here made out of glass, metal, paper, and plastic. This book is called Sam Helps Recycle. This is Sam. He's going to help us understand about recycling material. Now, recycling means reusing or breaking them down, changing them, making them into something else. So you can get newspaper or cardboard, recycle it, and you can make different things that are paper-based, like more cardboard boxes, toilet paper, different packaging. Plastics can be melted down from bottles and changed into bins, or bins can be changed into car parts. Glass into other glasses, bottles, and metal can be changed into other types of cans or metal products. So this is Sam. He's going to help us understand a little bit about that. Now, the word recycle and this symbol right here, that's what it means. It means recycle. So whenever you see this, you know that it's going to be recycling materials. All right? Let's get started. Sam helps recycle. Sam helps recycle. You can see there is a blue bin for paper, a yellow bin. It looks like plastic is in there. There's a green bin, but we can't tell what's in there. And there's Sam. This book was written by Judith Bauer Stamper. Oh, I can see. It's green. It's got a green bottle of glass. There we go. Hi, my name is Sam. I'm helping Maya and her mom recycle our trash. I hear Maya calling me now. Gotta go. Woof! You can see the bin and all the different materials that they're going to put into the recycling bin. Some of our trash goes into garbage cans. The rest goes into recycling bins. Maya has a big stack of newspapers ready. Wait a minute. I have to get that newspaper I hid behind the bushes. I'll add it to the stack. He's helping. He noticed the newspaper and he's going to add it to that stack because that can be recycled as well. Cans and glass bottles are next. We put them in a separate bin. Hey, are you throwing away my dog food? No, it's okay. These cans are already empty. So when it says it's in a separate bin is something that's apart from each other. So you have one bin for glass, one bin for metal or cans, and one bin for paper. So you put them into separate ones. You don't want to put them all in one bin. Plastic goes into the last bin. I run to get a bottle I left in the yard. I don't want to litter. When I come back, I get a surprise. My food bowl is in the recycling bin. Why are they throwing my bowl away? He's crying. Look at his bowl. It's in the recycling bin. Why? Why would that be? Before I can save my bowl, Maya calls me to get into the car. She says we're going to the recycling center. We're also bringing old batteries and unused paint. It's not safe to keep them around. Look at all the different items they have in the back of that car. There's a recycling symbol. You can see that we have all the different things we're going to put in there. Paper, plastic, and metals. In some towns, sanitation workers pick up the trash on one day and recycling bins on another day. Where we live, we do the recycling ourselves. Maya's mom starts a car. Here we go. So this man right here is a sanitation worker. And sanitation workers is a person that collects and disposes of trash. Sometimes they'll pick up the trash. Other times another person will pick up the recycling. Maya's mom says that each person in the United States produces more than 4 pounds of garbage a day. That's enough to make more than 60,000 truckloads of trash. 60,000 is a big number. I wonder where all that garbage, where does it go? See all the trash? It's going to the back of the truck. I soon find out. We drive by a huge landfill. My nose can smell it a mile away. Maya's mom tells us that a landfill is a deep hole dug into the ground. It has a lining of clay and plastic at the bottom. The lining keeps the rotting garbage from leaking into the groundwater. Blech. There are big bulldozers pushing huge piles of garbage that have been dumped at the landfill. The trucks pack it down with their wide tires. You got bulldozers pushing all the trash around. So when it says that the stuff inside here is, the garbage is rotting, it means it's decomposing, which means a fancy word for it's like it falling apart when it gets really yucky. Like if you put a sandwich in there and it starts getting wet and it's no longer a sandwich, it starts breaking up into little smaller pieces. They call that rotting, decomposing, decaying. Ugh. And that's what happens down inside of here. Some of those things will decay and other things won't. But it stinks. I've heard Maya say that there's just too much trash to put into landfills. That's why we have to recycle paper, plastic, cans, and bottles. All those things can be reused and turned into new things. I'm glad that we're at the recycling center, but I'm still worried about my dog food bowl. I watch while some people put their newspapers into a big container. Then Maya and her mom dump their newspapers. My paper goes in too. A sanitation worker comes over to pet me. He tells Maya that recycling paper saves a lot of trees and energy too. He explains that our recycled paper gets packed into big bales that go to a paper recycling factory. This is all paper. And these little cubes are the bales. See them? And you know, paper is made out of trees. At the factory, the old paper is turned into pulp. Then it goes through a machine that turns out miles of new paper every day. Look at that. This torn up paper is changed into the kind of paper that we use when we do our drawings and write our words and books. Next, Maya's mom adds our bottles and cans to a big pile. A front end loader scoops them up and dumps them into the back of a truck. It makes a horrible racket. I wish I could cover my ears. So, a horrible racket is something, a noise that is very hurtful to your ears. I want you to imagine all of these bottles getting scooped up. Now, if one bottle makes a noise of clink, 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 can you imagine all of these, that would be the horrible racket, a noise that hurts your ears. The worker says that the bottles and cans will go to a sorting facility that separates the glass and the metal. Then they can go to separate factories to be recycled. So you see this conveyor belt, all of the bottles and cans are going to go there. They're going to make sure the cans go one place and the bottles go another place. At one factory, the glass bottles are crushed and melted into liquid. Then the liquid glass is poured into molds to make new bottles and other products. These bottles are super hot because they have to melt the bottles, and the melted glass is poured into a mold. So a mold is like, when we play with Play-Doh, the little cookie cutters that we use to make shapes, that is like a mold. So they're using something like that to make the shape of the bottle, right? The cans are taken to a completely different place. Before they leave the sorting center, though, they are crushed together into bales. Remember what bales are, right? They're those little square things. Then they are taken to a factory that recycles metal. Recycled cans are made into new cans that can be recycled all over again. So they're smashing the cans, smashing them really, really tight together, and to put into these bales and melt them down and make new cans or new products. Maya's mom unloads the plastic last. I see my food bowl sitting on top of the pile. There it is. He's crying. He says, whimper. The worker tells us that plastic bottles take up a lot of space. In some landfills, they may never decompose or waste away. That's why it's really important to recycle plastic. So remember what we said before about things that decay or rot, decompose, or fall apart? Plastic doesn't fall apart. It just sits there for a long, super long time. You could say forever, but it's like a super, super long time. Plastic just sits there. You put a sandwich, it'll decompose, it'll fall apart. Paper, decompose, fall apart. Metal will rust. Plastic, it just stays there. He says that the plastic is sent from the recycling center to a factory. First, the plastic is cleaned. Then it is chopped up into tiny little pieces. Finally, it is melted down and made into a new plastic product. Those are new bottles right here. New containers. Recycled. On our way home, I worry about my bowl, but I still feel good about recycling. When I go into the house, I get a great surprise. Maya shows me my new red bowl. She points out that the recycling symbol on the side, and she fills it with food. That's a recycled bowl. He says, yip, yip. He's happy. Sam's a happy dog. While I'm eating, Maya and her mom talk about other recycled products. Maya's notebook comes from recycled paper. Some clothes are made from recycled plastic. Even some playground surfaces are made from old tennis shoes and rubber tires. Does your playground have a rubber surface? It could be made from old tires chopped up into tiny little pieces. After I finish my food, I head straight to my doggy bed for a nap. Recycling is a lot of work, but it's worth it. Sam's a happy dog. The end. That's the back of the book. Sam helps recycle. Oh no! Sam, the family dog, is eager to help with the recycling, but he's worried when he spies his beloved old food bowl perched on top of the pile. Where will it go? Follow along with Sam as he traces his bowl's journey to the recycling center. Sam helps recycle. So I like how in the book they showed us all the different items that you can recycle. Paper, glass bottles, metal cans, plastic bottles that can go that have liquid in them, and even at the end how they showed us, where is it? There it is. The tires. They recycle tires, reuse them over again in playgrounds. Excellent. I did not know that. And now I do. And so do you. So Sam was talking about how sometimes the sanitation worker comes and picks up the trash, the garbage, puts them into the truck, or put them in that truck. I can see in this picture that they're throwing wooden boxes in there, but look, there's cardboard in there. Couldn't that be recycled? This is all going to the landfill. Now, have you ever seen a garbage truck in your neighborhood? What about a recycling truck? Here is a picture of a garbage truck. And here is a recycling truck. Now that you've seen a garbage truck and a recycling truck, next time you see one in your neighborhood, maybe you can draw a picture and then you can share it with your teacher and tell them this is a garbage truck and this is a recycling truck, and you can tell a difference because this one has a recycling symbol on the side. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this book. I enjoyed reading it with you. Until next time, I'm going to say goodbye.